Hi everybody, my name is Karyn Medeiros and today is your Thursday tidbit. So today I'm going to talk about keeping your store open. So I want you to visualize that you have a store and it's at the mall, okay? And the doors are always open. So you're going to have three types of customers. You're going to have the shoppers. You're going to have the shoppers that are always coming into your store. Those are your regular shoppers, right? So they come in, they know what store that they want. They go into the mall for, two stores. They go into this store and they go into that store. Then there's going to be the shoppers who come in and they go into 5 different stores. That's all they do. They go in here, they go in here, and then there's the ones who just walk on by. They just walk by and they just browse. They're window shoppers and they just browse. So what I mean by this is having this visual in your head is I want you to take that visual and put it onto online because we're social media based, right? So your store always has to be open. And how is it always going to be open is you always have to be talking about it to your customers because those shoppers, the third set of shoppers that were just walking by and they were window shoppers, that doesn't mean that they don't want to buy from you or they don't want to join you on your journey. What it means is that the time wasn't right. The time isn't right for them. So they're just browsing and they're walking by. But at some point in their life, they may be ready to join or they may be ready to buy your products. But if you closed your doors or only kept them open for your regular customers who come in every week to purchase in your store, then when their timing is right, you may not be available. So it's not that, I wouldn't get discouraged that those people just keep walking by the store and they just keep looking in and they just keep looking in. It just means that their time isn't right. So what your job is to do is to constantly be as an open store. So when their time is right, then they can walk into your store. So I know that sounds confusing, but it makes so much more sense in my head. So here's some examples on how I keep my store open all the time. So I am huge with customer follow-up. I focus on customer follow-up all the time, and it's what gets me maybe 60% of my business every single month. That is my repeat customers. So it didn't happen overnight. It took months and months and months of building and building and constantly being in their face. And then all of a sudden, one day or 1 month, I just got repeat orders. And I'm an Excel kind of girl, so I keep everything on an Excel spreadsheet. They're color coded and everything. So I know exactly how many times they've ordered, what they've ordered, how often that they order. And so I'm able to track that my customer follow-up, being in their face and making my store open to them, works. So here's what I do. I have a schedule. So on Mondays, I send out my thank you cards. So your customer follow-up for a customer that's purchased is what I do is I follow the 2-2-2. So it's 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months. So 2 days after they order, I send them a thank you email and I just say, thank you for your purchase. I introduce myself and they have all of my personal information if they need me. That's it. It's super short. It's a few sentences. And then I write all the thank you cards from the week before of any orders that I got, personal thank you cards, and I physically mail them out. So that is Mondays. I know that every Monday I send out my thank you cards. So 2 weeks after, I do the follow-up. I follow up with an email asking them how they're liking their products. So if they've ordered the mascara, for example, how are you liking the mascara? Is there any questions or concerns that I can help you with? And that goes out every Thursday. So every Thursday, I know that I have my orders from 2 weeks prior get done on Thursdays. So for today's Thursday, so today's my follow-up for my last 2 weeks. So in my calendar, in my day planner, it says that I have to follow up from any orders that were, February 20th to February 27th, say. That's how I keep track of that. And then 2 months later is already in my calendar. So say for February, I would do usually say, or for March. So say on March 1st, I would have on my calendar follow up for January orders. Okay, so it's been 2 months. And then the January orders, I send them an email, and it's how to refill your order. That's what the email is about. I give them my website, and I just tell them that it's super easy to reorder. Click this link. Everything will be mailed out, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's my customer follow-up. I touch them at least 3 times within the first 3 months. So that's that. So that's my Mondays, and that's my Thursdays. I send out monthly newsletters to everyone in my database. So at the end of every month, I take all of my orders and I put them into I use MailChimp template to send out my newsletters. So at the end of every month, I take out all the orders for the month and I import them into my MailChimp. And then I send out 3 MailChimp, 3 newsletters a month. So I send them out on the 1st, on the 10th, and the 20th. I used to do every week, so I used to do like every Thursday or so, and I noticed that people were unsubscribing. People are always going to unsubscribe, but what I thought is that, okay, maybe once a week is too much. So I changed it to every 10 days, and nobody unsubscribes anymore. So I assumed that was the reason, was that they were getting it too often. So I keep it consistent. So they know that on the 1st of every month, the 10th of every month, and the 20th of every month, that they are going to get a newsletter from me. I change it up I don't make it salesy all the time. There's at least one of those posts is a beauty tip. So like today is the 10th. So my newsletter was finished yesterday, and it's already scheduled to go out tonight. And it's just a 1-minute beauty trick of me showing them how to make their lips look fuller with 2 of our products. And I don't talk about selling or anything. I just give them a 1-minute video of myself. So one of the posts is usually a video, so they get to personally kind of know me. A second one is if our kudos is something that I think that they will like, I will introduce the kudos. And then one is usually it's about a product, but I kind of tell them, why they need it and stuff like that. So, it is about the sales. So that is what I do on the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th. I am constantly, what else do I do? I do 1-minute beauty tricks every Thursday. So beauty hacks, beauty tricks, beauty tips or whatever. So every Thursday, so I've created my own beauty channel on YouTube. And what I do is I will do a video trick. So I use the same video today that I'm going to send to my customers. So it's a 1-minute video of showing how to make your lips look fuller. And I used our white eyeliner and some lipstick to make a couple tips. So I do that every single Thursday, and I post that on my social media. So that goes on my Facebook. That will go out to all my customers. That will go on my Facebook, and that will go on my Instagram. I'll shorten it, and it goes on my Facebook business page. So everybody sees that. So that's every Thursday that I do. I think that's all that I do regularly. So that is my schedule. So I know that every Thursday there's a video. Every Thursday there's follow-up. Every Monday there's thank you cards. And then I just constantly share the business opportunity or the products through my Facebook. So people know that unique for me is it's a business. It's my job. This is how I put money on the table, or food on the table. This is how I survive. I run my own business. So I'm consistent. So I don't take breaks. I don't take a month off and not post anything. I don't take even a week off and not post anything about Unique. I don't post about Unique every single day. I try to you just need to share your love for the opportunity. So you talk about what it's doing for you. You talk about what it's doing for others. You talk about how it's changing people's confidence. people's independence and how it's changing people's lives. So you kind of tell them through kind of stories. People relate to stories more than just saying, giving a straight fact. Your customers and your fans and your friends and your family don't really care about how much we sold in a day or facts about Unique. It doesn't matter to them. For us, we absolutely love them. But for them, they don't get it. So you have to share stories so they can relate to whatever you're talking about. So whatever you want to say, think of it and put it in a story and then share it that way. Same with the products. I don't usually post lots of stuff about products on my personal page. I keep that to my business page, but when we have new launches and stuff like that, or if I'm really excited about something, then I'll post something, but I always post it as a story and I never sell it. I never put my personal website link on my personal page, ever, ever, ever. That's just spammy, and that means that you're selling, right? And people don't like to be sold to, but people love to buy. So you just share why you love it. So it's 11 minutes. I think we've gone on long enough, or I've gone on long enough. So I think that's it. The point of this is just to keep your store open and to make sure that you are open all the time. You never go on holidays, so you don't close your store for 2 weeks, turn the sign over and say, I'll be back, right? If you're still going to go on holidays, you can still work. You don't have to work as much, but I'm just saying is that just always keep your store open so people know that this is your business. So be consistent and be persistent, and just be patient. If you are putting in the work, then it's eventually going to pay off. One day it's just gonna all connect together, and you're just gonna go, okay, so for all that work that I've done over the last few months, now it's finally pulling together. So just have faith in yourself, and if you do the work, then you'll see the rewards. So that's it. Thank you for listening. Bye.